everybody. My name's Tony Cardenas, and this is the Indy Real Estate Market Weekly Podcast. We got a short staff this week. Kyle's down in Miami. Shelly's over here looking at me laughing. Shelly Walters with FC Tucker here in Carmel, Indiana. Justin Griffith with Keller Williams is here. How you doing, Justin?
I'm well. How are you?
Okay, look, we know, and we always say this, we know inventory is short, but I'm going to let you guys talk this out for a minute because it's not short. What's shorter than short, Shelly?
Anemic. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not Shelly.
But the bottom line is, look, we really are short on inventory, and we got a lot of money to lend. Rates are kind of like where they have been. But, Shelly, let's go into it. Tell people what they need to do if you're going to list your home or sell your home right now. I wish I was listing my home right now because I'm going to tell you something. I think I get a pretty penny for it.
Well, I think anybody who's thinking of selling needs to be selling right now. I know we're also getting ready to go into the market where a lot of people do, but it is almost the middle of May. I hate to say May 2nd, but still, you're getting late to hit if you're a family home and you have families who are going to be in school systems and wanting to move before school. We're there. Really need to get your house on the market ASAP. The other thing is the market seems to be just stalled and we kept saying, what 2 weeks ago, Justin?
Yeah.
We were saying, it'll pick up. I think it's dropped even.
It's dropped. I do see more moving, like closings and whatnot, but it's active-wise, there's just minimal.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And that's one thing I looked at the Westfield stats, the amount of homes that sold, just before I even go into the stats, but just a quick thing. So the ones that were pending in the past 7 days, the average days on market were 105 and 80 for new builds. So that took the averages way up for everything. So 55 and 32 median, 32 days on market. So we have to get rid of the new builds, but that just shows in Westfield that the days on market, those houses are just now starting to sell that have been sitting for a long, long time.
Yep.
So again, getting over to the new build discussion, thank goodness we have them.
You're talking about new builds right now that are just starting to sell?
Yeah, they've been listed for a very, very long time.
Yeah, but some of those were just dirt, so they might have anywhere from 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 months until their house is done.
Well, that's what I'm just saying, that they've been on the MLS for an average of 105 days, and they're just now pending, which I'm just trying to say is that we're starting to really suck up the new builds that are there. There's still a bunch on the market in Carmel and Westfield. We'll say those stats later. Yep. Yeah. But thank goodness we have the new builds, right?
Oh, absolutely. I actually got an email from one of the builders here locally, D.R. Horton, and they have 161 listed specs.
And those are specs, yeah. And remember when we were having lotteries for people to even get in the process of even getting
a house?
Those days are over.
Those days are over. And how did the builders get their inventory so high so quick?
Because they pre-bought the land. Okay, they did on
they've known their neighborhoods they're in.
Right.
But it's just amazing that we were in lottery situation like a year ago, and now we've got 161 in one builder's pocket.
Right.
Crazy.
Well, also some of these builders said, we got to sell what we got on the first part of the
first quarter.
Of the first quarter or the second quarter. It's how they buy land. You got to sell this piece of land and sell all of it before you can go into the second part of it. Yep. So I understand that part. And if you drive up to Westfield, and I've only done this, it is absolutely crazy if you go up to Westfield. I don't even want to go there. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was going to slow down, especially like whenever the rates started going up. And the neighborhoods I drive by every day, they're still developing the land. I mean, the underground stuff, normally that's what you would pause first just because there's such a big influx of cash that it takes to get that started. But it's just they're moving right along. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And I drove across 146th Street west towards Whitestown a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I do this all the time. But I just feel like I had done it a couple weeks before that, and 2,000 houses. I mean, I don't know, just kidding, but it was crazy just to see the difference, and it had made, as we get into the spring market, I guess everybody started moving dirt, but it's a lot.
But not only along with that, besides moving dirt, specs going up, low inventory, you got the FEDS meeting today and tomorrow, okay? And in the last meeting in March, they increased the rates. But federal funds rates are by 25 basis points and climbing to 4.75 to 5% in the 9th consecutive rate hike. Let me tell you something. I don't believe these guys are done.
I don't either.
And I'm telling you, if the rates keep coming and the rates keep coming, it is going to put up another pivot down in the market. But when people want to sell their homes, and here's what blows my mind, and I'm just going to say Broad Ripple because I've kind of studied Broad Ripple and Meridian Kessler along with talking with Justin. This stuff is selling like crazy prices.
It's nuts. Yeah, I was looking at the days of the market just on Broad Ripple, and like the longest listing out of any homes it's ever been, it's 130 days right now, which is, that seems like a lot, but typically you'll have like a pretty bad house that's just in a need of a lot of repairs. And you'll see a house that's been listed over a year or something like that. And it's like there's nothing. I mean, it's absolutely nothing out there.
Right. So anyway, I wanted to jump in there and say that with you guys. And, you know, if I were a buyer today and had to live here, okay, wanted to be in Hamilton County, Fishers, Indy North, I'd really have to get myself with an experienced real estate agent that knows that market. They got to know the market. It's like you guys have sold in Indy North, Indy, Greenwood, Hamilton County.
Everything,
you guys know this market right here. But when you get somebody out, and I'm not knocking the real estate agents out in Avon, but if you get somebody out here in Avon that's never sold here in the Carmel, they better know what the hell they're doing for their buyer.
Well, I think the other thing too, it's very interesting is we had like the system that was kind of an unknown, not unknown, but a known system by all agents that would pretty much have houses hit the market Thursday, Friday. And I still see that a lot. That's when they all of a sudden your inbox just starts getting blown up. And then Monday offers were due. That's not even happening right now. So all these, small amount of inventory that we do have, a lot of agents are allowing offers to be accepted within like the first day. And that is twofold an issue. One is I'm not sure how much money the seller is losing, but the second part is our buyers, if you're a buyer and you see a house you want to see, there's no waiting at all anymore. And we used to say, okay, there's rules listed here for the seller and the listing agent.
What rules?
Yeah, and there's no rules anymore. There's no, offers taken or give us 24 hours. Yeah. I mean, there's been times we've seen houses hit the market and I've called the agent and it's already getting ready to pen. And, of course, the seller is behind. So a lot of buyers ask, well, it says it's active. Well, I've called the agent and they say it's pending. They're not pending them fast enough. So they're, sometimes there's a 24-hour wait. Some agents wait for earnest money. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. But so they're showing active for a couple of days, but they sold. But
I think the reason we're getting some movement and people doing some knee-jerk reactions to sell homes, let's call it that for a minute, is that some of these agents say, look, if we don't jump, we might not get a home.
I think that, and also that there's a lot of agents right now that are not having closings, and they're just like, hey, we got an offer, we need to make this happen.
Right, and then the other thing is
not necessarily doing what's best.
Right, you're going to see some rate hikes, like rates are hiking today just a little bit because of the bank failures. Okay, you had First Republic hit the wall yesterday, and you're going to have bank. I'm telling you,
got scooped up quick though.
Yeah, it did. I mean, Chase is jumping in there and helping them. But the bottom line is it still pushes rates up. So that person that was ready to go lock their loan 2 days ago, they're going to pay for it today, not unless they want to wait a few days and let the market calm down. Yep. But no inventory, high bank rates. As a realtor, I know you guys are in a very, very tough position with your sellers and your buyers. Okay.
Yeah, we talk about all the agents that may have just started in the past 2 to 3 years. This is a totally different market than, I've been in it almost 15 years. Justin, I know you've been in a long time as well. This 18. Is just, we've never seen this. And we've been talking about it over the past couple of years of what market we're in. I think we're moving into a totally different market again. That's there's just not a lot out there.
And I did talk to some of the buy board people that you and I want to jump in here. A lot of agents haven't renewed their stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you're going to see less agents in the market, which kind of helps the agents that are in the market, okay, because they couldn't make any money. It's the people that are putting their nose down, they're making the phone calls, they're doing what they got to do. Every time I walk into Shelly's office, I'm just telling you, it's a pure compliment. But it's like it's haywire because she's always doing something. If you're going to be an agent in this world today, I'm going to tell you something. Quit scratching your head. Pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them that you sell houses.
Well, and I don't know that that's even a possibility right now. We have a whole conversation about cold calling and whether or not you do that or not. People don't want to have their phones ringing off the hook and
still call everybody you know.
No, but using the people that you already know, your sphere of influence and stuff, but really helping the sellers to understand what kind of market we're in, because I do think that sellers think that this is a bad market to be in.
Right.
They still hear a lot of the external information from like news sources or something. In our area, it is an extremely great market to be in if you're not trying to move.
Yep.
If you're trying to move, there is a whole system that a listing agent can help you with to make sure that you aren't homeless and that you can move easily on that transition with a new purchase. But
I want to sell my house and go get, and travel in a
RV?
Yeah.
You want a little Winnebago?
But I don't think I can afford the gas. Anyway, hey, why don't we go over the let's do Indy first. Let's go over the stats on Indy, if we could, Justin, and then we're going to have Shelly wrap this up later on the Hamilton County stuff.
All right, perfect. Fountain Square this week, we had 5 new listings hit the market for a total of 25 now, priced anywhere from $120 to $699. We had 6 new listings that pended, and we had 3 closings. Average price at $314,000. Days on the market's 87. So even the ones that have been sitting for a while are moving right now. There's just nothing to sell. Next up, we have Bates Hendricks. We had 5 new hit the market, 2 of which are pending. And we had 1 closing. It's extremely slow in Bates Hendricks right now.
What's the price over there?
The only sale that we had last week was $565,000.
Wow.
Yep.
That's big time.
Which is big money for Bates Hendricks, but yeah,
it is.
That's about $500-600 is about the highest over there. Meridian Kessler, we had 8 new hit the market, 6 of which are pending. We have 16 still on the market, priced anywhere from $229 to $1.39. We had 6 pendings and we had 9 closings.
Is that 229 really in Meridian Kessler, or is that Broad Ripple?
Yeah, Meridian. Well, there's like those so boundaries because it's not like a strict boundary.
I got you.
One or the other. But the prices on the closed were anywhere from $229 up to $699. Average days on the market was 12. So Meridian Kessler's like the hottest part that I'm dealing with right now.
Right.
Broad Ripple, we had 10 new listings, 7 of which went pending. There still leaves 10 on the market, priced anywhere from $270 up to $1.2 million, and we had 5 closings, priced between $239 and $550. Average days on the market is 12.
Wow. Okay, so that's a short list.
Yeah,
quite honestly.
Yeah, there's
really is.
not a lot of homes. Looking year over year, I mean, we're about half to a third of the listings that we had been getting in the years before. So this isn't like a doom and gloom, scare you into finding what you're looking for, but there's not homes out there right now.
Right.
Okay. Shelly, let's move over here to Hamilton County and let's see what you've got to say.
Yeah, we start with Carmel. 26 homes hit the market. 1 year ago this week, 75 hit the market.
Okay.
This is where we're talking about actually looking at stats, not just trying to think about what we feel.
Right.
These are stats. So
that's about a third. That's crazy.
Yeah. So 26 hit the market, 15 of those pended. Of the 7 days, 12 days average on market, 7 median. So very, very quick turnaround. Currently, there are active 67 in Carmel. 24 of those are new build. 114 homes sold in Carmel in the past 30 days. 21 of those were new builds. So quite a few were resales. So that just shows a lot of them were taken up last 30
That's right.
last 30
I mean,
days.
that was the first round of some new inventory.
Right, and buyers really hitting the market as the spring hit. So days on market for the past 30 days was 29 average and 5 median. Westfield 30 hit the market 1 year ago this week. 43 had hit the market. 9 pended of those 30. And then one of the things that's what I'm going to talk about in regards to what these new builds are doing to us. So of the 9 that pended, average days on market was 55 and median was 32. But that is so skewed because if we just look at the resale properties that sold, it was a 23 days average 10 median. So we need to really throw away those new builds and we're looking at average days on market.
Right.
So if anybody's doing their stats for their sellers or anything like that, looking
Get rid
at
of the new builds.
Yeah, don't scare the sellers or don't tell your sellers it's a 55-32 and they change their mind and go, oh, it's a bad market.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not. We're just eating up that new build inventory.
I kind of want to go back to your stats right there for just a moment on Carmel, because a $300,000 mortgage today, just principal and interest, is $2,034 a month versus just over a year ago. I'm going to pop it in just for the hell of it at 2.875. You could get under 3. Okay. I'm going to call it 14 months ago. Your payment would have been $1,245.
Oh my goodness.
So there is
Well,
a big
scare our buyers.
I'm not. I'm just telling you, this is what it is.
Well, if you wait another year, it's we're going to have a low inventory. I mean,
don't talk about the rates in another.
Oh
year.
no, I mean we don't know what they're going to do, but it's just.
But that's how crazy. Even at 3.5%. You know,
that was December, because I remember us talking about December to April, how fast that went from 2.9
it was like a race car.
Yeah.
But you know, at 3.5% back then on a $300,000 mortgage, your payment was $1,347. That's why I was telling all my friends, people I know, quit paying rent, quit paying rent, quit paying rent. Get out there and get yourself.
Well, yeah, that's all gone, and unfortunately, we can't look back. We have to figure out what we're doing in today's market. But I do understand. I mean, we
the value of real
we'll never
estate.
See those numbers again.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't think we're going to see a 2.5 or a 3.5 again, but I do think that in 18 months to 24 months, I definitely think we're going to see the 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5 is realistic, but I don't know.
I've
2 and 3.
I've heard the Wall Street Journal bark a couple times. That's who I follow, the Wall Street Journal and the Barron's Report. And if those guys aren't barking, I'm not talking. Okay.
I bet if the rates, you know, like with the builders that are under construction right now, like next year, we're going to have that inventory
but what they do,
with like what they have.
Yeah,
and
they
rates
do the
come down,
promos.
Those will start moving too.
Yeah,
exactly.
they do the promos. They buy it down because they're just taking profit out of it. The buyer's paying it. I don't care how you look at it. They think, I'm getting a 3.5% rate. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, they're paying for it in the price. All right, Shelly, let's go.
In Westfield, then we have 152 currently. I'm sorry, backwards. We have 107 sold in the past 30 days. Average days on market was 54, and median was 12. Of those 107, half of those were new builds in the past 30 days. So only 50-some resales happened in the past 30 days. So just really, obviously, nothing to sell out there if the past 30 days is so low. For Zionsville, 13 hit the market 1 year ago. This week it was 17, so Zionsville's always low.
Yep.
7 of them pended. Average days on market 11, median 5, so those are steady. And active currently, there's 44 only in Zionsville, and 12 of those are new builds. So you can get 32 resales in Zionsville. Fishers, 40 hit the market, 17 of those pended. 77 are currently active, 20 are new builds. So only 57 homes in Fishers available in every price point.
Yeah.
So, nothing.
Right.
And sold, 120 sold in Fishers in the past 30 days. Average days on market, 25, and 4 as the median. So we've been talking about the 30 days. The 30 days was the slower numbers we were looking at over and over again. So the past 30 days has sped way up. We're seeing quick sales. In Noblesville, 42 hit the market. 19 of those pended. 86 are currently active. 25 of those are new builds. In the past 30 days in Noblesville, 48 have sold and 4 days on market.
Did I miss Zionsville?
I did Zionsville, yes.
What is Zionsville? One more time, just real quick.
13 sold. 13 hit the market. 7 pended. 44 active currently.
Okay. Well, Shelly, I want to tell you, thank you for doing Kyle's part of Kyle's job today.
Kyle.
Because Kyle's down in Miami. I have no idea what he's doing. Maybe he's getting his nails painted. I'm not sure. But
best way to work on a tan is in Miami.
Right. Well,
we're not doing that here.
No.
Can we please have some nice spring weather?
We need some nice spring weather. But anyway, look, short show today, short inventory, high interest rates. There's buyers' opportunities out there. Obviously, there's sellers' opportunities out there. But, I talked to an agent that I know. I'm not going to say his name on the show. But he said some of the homes in Broad Ripple that are like $250, he goes, those things are going right for $300 in a minute. Mm-hmm. And some of them need work. And he goes, he sees them only going but up this summer.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, when do you think the big release is for the inventory? And he says, dude, I don't think we're going to have a giant release.
Well, we said this a month ago.
I know.
We were saying it's going to happen soon because it's just the way the market is, but it's going down, not up.
Yeah.
And just real quick, I just want to say, buyers, anybody listening, or buyers agents, if a house hits the market, I just want to reiterate, there's no guarantee that house is going to be available tomorrow. And agents, maybe listing agents, if you can help a little bit and allow buyers to get in and see it, that might be a little bit of help.
Make some notes to give us a heads up. Yeah.
Yeah. Just let's all try and cooperate here and work together to try and help both our buyers and our sellers, because this is something we're all dealing with. And if we can kind of work together and maybe just make it a little bit smoother than just
our new normal.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Again, we keep saying that, and it's never the same.
Okay. Well, thank you for everybody listening to our show this week. It is a little short, but rates are trending upward, and we'll do a rate shout out on this Thursday. If Justin's around, I will knock on your door, Justin, and we'll do a shout out. And thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
And you can reach...
Oh, yeah, well, hold on. How do we reach you guys? My fault.
You can reach me at Shelly Walters Realty Group, and our phone number is 317-201-2601 anytime.
And Justin Griffith, 317-507-5599, and Fishers.real estate. And if you know anybody looking for a pool house, give me a call.
Okay. And if you want to know interest rates, 317-376-8001. That's 317-376-8001. And this has been brought to you by Executive Portfolio Magazine. Thank you.